Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Steps County Railway version 1.10. I'm Woodrow, and I will be taking you through this update, which there is quite a lot to cover in this update, actually. Quite a lot has been updated around the airport specifically, but also a bit outside the airport, and we will get to that. So first up, I'm going to go through all the stations that have been upgraded in order that they are listed on the change log. So that means we will start off with Airport Parkway. So without further ado, let's get into it. So we'll go Airlink to Airport Parkway, and this is the new Airport Parkway. One of the bugs that they did actually address is that there are very slow spawn times. They don't know the cause for this, but like, as you can see, I press spawn and it won't spawn. So if we are patient, we will spawn. But just by looking here, you can see that there's like a little bus terminal. There's that building there, which I'm not exactly sure what it is, and then there's Airport Parkway itself. There's the actual airport car park. Could be a bit more full for an international airport, and then like that's the only car park that there is for the airport, but whatever, if you get what I mean. But finally we have spawned, and I'll go through some of the things here. There's a bus stop, and there's actual buses in here now. You can't drive them, and you can't do anything with them. They're just scenery, but it is a very cool addition. There's two more over there as well. Here's the car park, and there is actually a special entrance for the car park to the Airport Parkway station. I'll go up the staircase a little bit and see if I can find it, because I forgot exactly where it was. It's here. Here it is. So if I just top over the barricade here, this is the special entrance for the car park. You saw the other entrance down there by the bus terminal. And I am filming this in a private server. There's the main entrance there. The car park entrance is just halfway up the staircase to the platforms. This is like a little concourse thing. There's a shop there, which I'm not exactly sure what this references. It's probably an inside joke. There's some advertising boards there. There's some seats. And there's a newspaper stand here. But that's about it for here, so I'll get over to the platforms. Just wondering, because I see the lift there. So I presume that means that comes out there and there. So then there's step-free interchange, which is good. Step-free access, as well as step-free interchange. Coming down to platform 1 and 2, I believe these are the Connect platforms. Well, I'm pretty sure they are the Connect platforms. So these are the Connect platforms. Platforms 3, 4, and 5 are for Airlink. Because I believe there's one platform for Airlink trains going towards the airport, and 2 for trains going back out, because there's now the Airlink Terminal Shuttle, which terminates here at Airport Parkway now, so they need a place to terminate, obviously, and so they've added an extra platform for capacity. And we will get to the Class 345 soon enough. There is a freight yard over there, which is interesting. There's the Class 66 locomotive, I believe, and there's some freight wagons, freight cars, freight whatevers over here. If you believe in the law that freight is coming to SCR, then there you go, there's some more to add on to it. But I personally believe that is just scenery. I don't think they are actually going to add freight. But yeah, that's Airport Parkway. So I'll go back out. Once again, slow spawn times. It has been reported everywhere. It's not just a me thing. It has been reported everywhere. So that's Airport Parkway done. We will now head to Airport Central, which had a bit quicker spawn time, which is good. There is a car here. I'm presuming this is like a drop-off pickup zone. Over here there's this fountain, which is getting more and more common. There's a tourist center, dog lollies, so yeah. Then duck can fly. Yeah. Probably all inside jokes that I do not get. But as you can see, there's buses. Probably all these buses here at the airport are probably shuttle buses to the terminals. Yeah. Yeah. So there's another terminal there, and then there's line advertisement. Or advertisements, because those advertisements scroll. As you can see, they've turned the airport zone into like a whole city now, based around the airport. And there's a bunch of shops along here as well. And so there's like this small car park here, but I would think for an airport this would be way more crowded. But I guess since this is probably isn't the long-term parking that you would see at Airport Parkway, I guess this is kind of more realistic. But moving into the actual station, there are two ways in. There's that footbridge there, and then there's this smaller footbridge here, which also has access to the signaling thing, but I'm not a signaler, so I can't get into the signaling center. There's nothing much down there. There is here, the more main entrance. There's some shops in here as well. There's some ticket machines. There's an information counter, which if you really want to, you can actually get into. You can't actually give anyone information though. There is also the lounge, which I haven't seen too many people mention, but this does exist. And it's a really cool place to hang out before your train, I guess. There's also a dog on the screen there as well, which is funny. This piano here, I'm not sure if any of the pianos around the map play any things, but this specific piano doesn't, which is sad. Can't play any music to echo throughout the airport. Sorry for the lag. All the platforms here are through platforms. So that means that any train can go into any platform, and also, Airlink and Stepford Connect trains that terminate here also use the through platforms, and they just terminate on the through platforms like I believe they do elsewhere. Platform 0 has actually been retained, which is kinda cool, and it has its own little, like, concourse here, specifically for Platform 0, instead of sharing it with the others, with the other platforms. That just leads to lifts. But if I head down here, you'll see that it is a through platform. All platforms here are through platforms. So, yep. That is Airport Central. So I will now despawn out of Airport Central and head to the next station, which is Terminal 1. And guess what? At Terminal 1, there is actually a terminal. Foley's Pizza Cafe. My pizza is better than yours, Billy. Come eat pizza with us. Oh, Pizza by Billy is there, and then Foley's Pizza Cafe is there, and then they're like right next to each other, and they have like a war. That's funny, I like that. Then there's some more there. There's car rental, e-car rental. All these are going to be inside jokes. There's an exit there, and I've tried to get out, but you're actually trapped in here. But yeah, at least there is actually a terminal here. Departures, this would probably lead to the check-in desk. But this seems to just be like a concourse. How my camera could get back there. Can I? Oh. What if I try poking it through like this entrance? I want to see how far back these tunnels go. No. No, okay. I tried. But that's that. So there's basically just a bunch of shops here. There's like a little shopping center-ish thing here before you enter the airport. Entering into here, there's a airlink travel center here, so you could buy tickets and stuff. And more like a tourism thing, there's ticket machines obviously here, so you can buy tickets for the trains, which will depart from here. This is a way bigger upgrade than what we thought it would be. It's definitely very inspired by Heathrow. I forgot which terminal at Heathrow, but definitely inspired by Heathrow. Also, Airport Central is inspired by Gatwick Airport. I believe it's Gatwick. That station was. This is Heathrow. I don't know which terminal at Heathrow, but I know this is inspired off of Heathrow. Sorry if my voice is a bit croaky. But yeah, that's pretty much Terminal 1. I'll now head out, but it looks like we're going to be dealing with the long spawn times, or not, okay. Now we'll head to Terminal 2, which is probably the most interesting station in this update, if it will load in. Because now, before, Terminal 2 was just for Airlink. Also more bus spaces here as well. It's a shuttle bus you. But before the update, Terminal 2 was just for Airlink. Now, Waterline and Connect both have routes that go here. And there are still routes from here to Terminal 3. That's the new terminal shuttle service. As well as the through routes that we had before. But now instead, and I might show this a bit later in a second. But now trains come in, they pull up, and then they go back out, but on the same service. That's a very cool feature that has been added, and still allows for the services to Terminal 3 to happen. And also, I need to add that this is based off of Manchester Airport, of course. So yeah. That's Terminal 2. It's a really good station, and if you're wondering where's the terminal at Terminal 2, the entrance for Terminal 2 station isn't in the most convenient spot for passengers, because to get to the actual Terminal 2, they kinda have to walk along this street and then cross the road up here, which is what I'm going to do now. As you can see, Terminal 2 is all the way up here, across here. So, not the most convenient spot for the entrance for Terminal 2 station, but it is what it is, that's where it is. And as you can see, there is basically a whole entire city built up around the airport zone now. With the Cozy Palace Hotel. I haven't actually tried getting to the Cozy Palace Hotel. I've seen it, but I haven't tried getting to it, so I might actually try that now, if possible. So, like, if I come back here, because I want to try, just for the fun of it, I want to try seeing if I can check in, but I've lost where I am. If I just zoom out, yeah, okay, never mind, we won't try going to the Cozy Palace Hotel. But yeah, that is cool, there is a hotel there. But that is the new Terminal 2 station. Now with that out of the way, I will head back to the menu, and then I will head to Terminal 3, which now has 3 entrances. There's the terminal entrance, the car park entrance, and the side entrance, which I know the way in for all 3 of them. So obviously starting here, out front of the Stepford International Airport Terminal 3, with the airport stations here, more bus stops for shuttle buses, I guess. Obviously train is the best way to go if you want to get into the terminal. This is based off of Stansted Airport. There it is. I was going to say Stepford Airport, then I was going to say Stratford Airport, which none of which exist. So I knew I was wrong there. But this is, yeah, this is based off of Stansted Airport, which has 3 platforms actually. There's one there, and then there's one there, all of varying lengths. Like I believe it actually is at Stansted. And then there's like the whole scaffolding pathway system up there, as I like to call it, because it's kind of like scaffolding. Yeah, it's based off of Stansted, and not really much to say about this, except it's kind of cool. As you saw before, there were 3 entrances. Where does this path go, actually? Oh, this is one of the side entrances. So yeah, there's the side entrance. The spawn point for the side entrance brings you out up here. And then you walk in here, and then this is the actual side entrance. It's all like this side creepy alleyway thing for the side entrance. So you can go down there, or you can head up here to the scaffolding. And then you head across here, and then this is the car park entrance, as well as the shuttle buses. More of the shuttle buses. And no, they're not drivable, as I think I've already said. But yep, that's Terminal 3, but wait, there is more stations that have been upgraded, and new stations as well. If we head over to the Waterline network, you'll see that there is Terminal 2 there. And if we head over to Connect, you'll see that Terminal 2 is also there. And why is it in between Water Newton and Rocket Parade? I don't know, it should probably be near Airport Central, but that's where it's located in the menu. But we'll focus on the Waterline network, because as you can see, Esterfield is here. The Waterline extension is out with 3 stations instead of just 1 station. There is Farley, Rosedale Village, and Esterfield. No trains terminate at James Street anymore, we will get to that. But first let's head over to Airport West, which this is something that I was going to show the Airport Parkway, but I kind of forgot. And also the slow spawn times do seem to be getting to us here. Apologies for that. But the slow spawn times are getting to us. I will wait it out, hopefully it doesn't take too long. So yeah, still waiting. Finally, we're in. But something I was going to show you is over here, Do you notice it? It's Airport Parkway. And you'll see this on the platform as well, but this, as you can see, Airport Parkway, and then Airport West is right here. They don't even try to hide it. But Airport West is right here, and here's the little concourse. And no longer at Airport West are you bumping your head on the roof of the platform, because it's now taller, way taller. And as you can see here, Airport West for Airport Parkway. So they're not even trying to hide the fact that it's right next to Airport Parkway, which I don't know why they would try to hide it anyway. But yeah, that's Airport West. Not much to say about it. It's still based somewhat. It's more subtle now, but it's still definitely based off of City Thameslink. The reason why I say it's more subtle is because it doesn't run all the way down the platform anymore. And there's now this big open cavern here, but this part beyond here is definitely still based off of City Thameslink. But yeah, that's basically all I have to say about Airport West. Oh good, I was gonna check to make sure that you can't jump over this, and you can't, which is good. So yeah, I will head back out, and we will now move on to James Street. If it loads once again, as I said. This isn't the best thing to load at times. Okay, we're in. Okay. As you can see, there is a pizza by billing shop here. Help wanted. To get a free bonus by applying for a position if you're working at Foley's Cafe Pizza. Offer is negotiable. Pizza by Billy management team. So yeah, that is a bit funny. Features game in. A reference to Features Gaming. That's funny. Pineapple Ink. But the real James Street is over here. This is the entrance. I've heard people say it's inspired by Crossrail a little bit, which I can see. So we can head down here, where you meet the lifts, where lift meets lift. I don't know why they needed to have this small little thing here. But if we go down here, you'll see that James Street has 2 platforms now, and both of them are operational, and no trains terminate here anymore, because they now terminate on the James Street extension, which has finally released in version 1.10. So this is the new James Street. It is deep level. It is definitely inspired a lot by Crossrail, but definitely better than the Dark Cavern that was here before. So yeah, that's the new James Street. Not much more to say about it. Except that it's definitely better than what we had for James Street. So now if I go back out again, and we've already checked out Terminal 2, we'll check out the new Farley station, which now has its own route. This is the first station on the new extension, and Farley has its own route out to Newry Harbour as well, which this is also a through station. The route to Newry Harbour comes in and departs from platform 1. And also Farley for the University of Benton, which I believe you can see up by the entrance. So if I head back up the staircase here, noting, hang on, It's not the same lifts that have been used around, but there is a lift there and there is a lift there. I was just about to say, I thought for a second that Farley didn't have step-free access. But I think this here is the University of Benton that they were talking about. Far from Leighton. Far from Lee, and then 10, like, so it looks sort of like Leighton as well, which I guess is a place where you can get the name from. I don't know, that's funny though. And then platform 2 is for trains heading back towards James Street and Benton. So that's the brand new Farley station. Now we head over to some really cool, the next 2 stations on the James Street extension that are really cool. Rosedale Village. Rosedale has been a location that was supposed to be in the game a while ago, and it wasn't, and now it is. So, Rosedale Village, it's like a small little station, not very big. I don't know if this station is based off anything. It might not, but I don't know. But it's just a small little station, not too big. It has a little footbridge here as well with openings in the stairs. Which I'll quickly hop across. There is an entrance here to Rosedale Village, as well as a medical centre here, which is funny because I live in Melbourne, and we have an election coming up for the Victorian state election, and one of the opposition's main arguments is that you can't catch a train to the hospital, even though there's about 2 billion places where you can. And it's funny because here in Rosedale, you can catch the train to the hospital at the Rosedale Regional Medical Centre. I just find that funny. Most people watching this video, if you're from Britain or the US, you wouldn't get that, but yeah, that's that. That is the new Rosedale Village station, which nobody actually knew existed until the trailer video was released, and people saw some references that said Rose on it and Rosedale, so yeah, that's that, and we didn't know that was coming, and then it came, so that's Rosedale Village, and we'll head over to the last, most anticipated station in Stepford County Railway's history, Esterfield. Which did actually keep the name Esterfield. We have buses here, probably transfer buses to the airport. And this is just a really cool old station, brick facade, small little waiting room, toilets back here. Can't get into the ticket office, unfortunately. But yes, there is a ticket office, there are some small barricades here. There is a static pacer train as well. You can't get on the pacer, this pacer isn't going anywhere, but it is here, it just exists. But yes, there is a pacer. Oop, I fell onto the tracks. My bad. But yeah, that's Esterfield. Platform 4 is split into 4A and 4B. 4A being the platform taken by the pacer, and then 4B being one that trains can actually arrive at. Platform 4B technically should end at the red light there. I have seen people overrun the platform and get to like here. But no, I don't think you can crash into the pacer. With that is all the new stations in SCR 1.10. Actually, no it isn't. No it is not. I have forgotten about 2 stations that have been redone. And and they fall on Step Connect. The first one of which is City Hospital, which was sneak peeked. It was sneak peeked with the glass canopy hanging over the tracks. But with the whole airport zone being redone, it hasn't been the focus for many people, and we are subject to long waiting times again, but that is now over. There's the big glass canopy, and not much to speak of here apart from the huge glass canopy. It's pretty basic, but it does definitely look cool. Definitely an improvement over the old City Hospital that we did have. It's just an island platform now, with the Beachley triangle up here. Just there, as you can see, leading into City Hospital. With this new giant glass canopy. Yeah. So that's City Hospital, and there is one more station on Connect that has had a small upgrade. Not a complete overhaul, but just a small upgrade. And that station is Coxley. So going into Coxley here, you can see when it loads. Looks like there's not taking long waiting time again, which is fun. So I apologize, but as I keep saying, it's not my fault. Yeah. So we are finally loaded in. So, yeah. So, we have the Coxley entrance has basically just stayed the same. But what has changed is the platforms. I don't know if this footbridge is necessarily new. It might not. But the platforms that have changed, they now have partially glass canopies. And it looks more modern. Before it looked a bit more older. Not like this. This is more modern, high-tech Coxley instead. But yeah, it was just that small upgrade on the sidings. I've also had a bit of a redo. So there's the station side, the bypass siding, and the station siding up here. Which has had a small overhaul, but not too much done to it. But that's pretty much about it for Coxley. Not too big of an upgrade or too big of a change. So yep. That's it for the stations. Definitely a good time. So now there is more. I know there is more than just that. So the next thing that I guess I can have a look at is the Class 345. Unfortunately, I cannot afford the Class 345. It is now the most expensive train in the game. We have a look. 4,500 points. For comparison, the cheapest train in the game before the Class 345 was added was the Class. Well, there was multiple trains, but they all cost $3,000 or 3,000 points. So this is an extra 1,500 points on top, which could buy you a train like the Class 360 or the 185, which costs 1,500 themselves, so definitely really expensive, possibly overpriced a little bit. But that's about it. I'm not going to go driving every single route. I guess there is actually some more. I guess I can show you the Farley Depot, which has been added, and also the turnaround here. It's turnaround mid-route, which is good. Which I will show now. It's used for like, because I'll show you. If I do like Stepford Central to Terminal 3, I spawn at Farley Depot Road 17 coming into Terminal 2. I can show you Farley Depot, the new Farley Depot, which has tracks for both connect. Has tracks for connect Airlink and Waterline. So I'm coming out of the special part of the depot that I haven't actually come out of before. I guess I get to do so now. And also the terminal shuttle. Unfortunately, the terminal shuttle is only able to be used with the Class 345, which kinda sucks. Because the 345 is really expensive and stuff. So if you really want to do the terminal shuttle like me, I would really love to be able to do it. Yep, you can't. So as you can see, I have a Terminal 3 route. I'm coming into Terminal 2, which is a completely dead-end station. There are no through platforms. So I'll show you how this works, and I'll probably end off this video, because there isn't really much to show beyond this point. After this, so I'll just pull up into Terminal 2. We are on Platform 2 of Terminal 2, which is kind of funny, I guess. And then we pull up. And we open the doors.
This is Airport Terminal 2. This train is for Airport Terminal 3. The next station will be Airport Terminal 3.
Here there's this new purple bar that says reversing direction swapping ends. Because now you swap ends. And you're able to go out of the station on the same route out of a terminating station, which is really cool. It is a first for SCR, and you can also do it at Terminal 3 if you have the terminal shuttle and need to, because you're going to all the terminals and stuff.
Welcome on board this Airlink service to Airport Terminal 3.
Go to Terminal 3.
The next station will be Airport Terminal 3.
As I said, Connect goes to Terminal 2 now, and Waterline goes to Terminal 2. We are suffering slow spawn times again. But that's basically everything. And apart from that, that's about it. There are plenty of bug fixes, but I won't get into those. So with that is it for version 1.10. It is a pretty big update with the whole airport zone being done, and then Sea Hospital and Coxley, the new 345, all the new routes that I won't get into now. But yeah, that is it. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you to the developers who put all their hard work and time into making this game. It is really appreciated by the community like me. And thank you for watching, and bye for now.